The problem of evil. If God is good, why pediatric cancer? Iqbal. Free will requires cosmic risk. Religious violence. How is jihad different from crusades? Iqbal. True jihad is ego's struggle against oppression, internal first. Scientific. Miracles. Does Quranic embryology prove divine origin? Iqbal. Superstition, the real miracle, is its moral framework. Welcome to Bookscape Epic Reads, where we dive deep into the world of popular books, exploring timeless classics and modern bestsellers alike. Join us for in-depth reviews, insightful discussions, reflections. Let roll. Muhammad Iqbal's The Reconstruction of Religious Thought in Islam crescendos with this audacious question, not as an academic exercise, but as a survival imperative for the human spirit. Here, Iqbal abandons all scholarly pretense and delivers a manifesto for the modern soul, wrestling with science, secularism, and the specter of a post-human future. This is no longer about reforming Islam. It's about proving why religion itself remains humanity's last, best hope against the abyss of meaninglessness. The modern Inquisition. Science as the new priesthood. The death of God, Nietzsche's. Shadow, the Western trajectory. From Galileo's telescope to Dawkins' The God Delusion, the Enlightenment reduced religion to private belief, a hobby for Sundays, Islam's unique crisis. Unlike Christianity, which separated church and state, Islam's holistic vision, din wa dunya, faces total obsolescence if deemed incompatible with modernity. The quantum challenge, Heisenberg's uncertainty principle versus divine decree. If subatomic particles behave probabilistically, does this negate qadar, predestination? Iqbal's counter, quantum indeterminacy proves divine creativity. God as the ultimate observer, collapsing wave functions into reality. The AI apocalypse, ChatGPT's Islamic rulings. Can algorithms replace ulama? Iqbal's verdict, no, because fatwa requires nafs, soul, not just data. The four horsemen of modernity and Islam's answers. Scientism, only the measurable is real. Islamic reframe, Quranic ayat, signs, include both empirical phenomena, stars, DNA, and transcendental truths, love, justice. Case study, Pakistani physicist Abdus Salam, Nobel winner who saw particle physics as tawhid in action. Secular, humanism, ethics need no God. The Muslim paradox, Istanbul's secular elite versus Konya's Sufis, who better embodies rahmah, compassion. Iqbal's insight, remove divine accountability and human rights become transactional. Might equals right. Postmodern relativism. All truths are constructed. Danger. If ISIS and Rumi are equally valid, morality collapses. Solution, Quranic. Bergson criterion. Truth exists, but our grasp is contextual. Transhumanism. Upload consciousness, defeat death. The soul test. If a Muslim's mind is digitized, does it still require salah? Iqbal's warning. You are a self, not software. Iqbal's gambit, religion as evolutionary force. The biological imperative. New science, Dunbar's number, 150, the cognitive limit for community cohesion, mirrors. Quranic Ummah as moderate nation, 2143. Implication, religion isn't opium, it's the operating system for large-scale human cooperation. The quantum soul, non-locality and prayer. When millions pray toward Kaaba simultaneously, is there a quantum entanglement effect? Research frontier, studies on prayer's impact on quantum random number generators. The AI prophet, thought experiment. An AI trained on all hadith predicts future events with 90% accuracy. Is it a mujaddid, renewer? Iqbal's criteria, only if it demonstrates Khudi, self-transcendence. The final trial, 5 proofs religion must answer, the problem of evil. If God is good, why pediatric cancer? Iqbal, free will requires cosmic risk. Religious violence, how is jihad different from crusades? Iqbal, true jihad is ego's struggle against oppression, internal first. Scientific miracles, does Quranic embryology prove divine origin? Iqbal, superstition, the real miracle is its moral framework. Gender justice, can a 7th century text liberate 21st century women? Iqbal, yes, if maqasid, higher objectives, override literal fiqh. Afterlife incentives, is heaven just a bribe? Iqbal, no, it's the ego's eternal progression. The choice, twilight or renaissance? Iqbal leaves us with a civilizational ultimatum. Path 1, surrender to secular materialism, reducing mosques to museums. Path 2, reclaim religion as the framework that explains quantum physics, governs AI, and heals the climate crisis. His challenge, will you let religion be buried by modernity, or will you make modernity the newest chapter of Revelation? Epilogue, the laboratory of faith. 24. Experiments, Turkey's Islamic transhumanism, think tanks merging fiqh with AI ethics. Indonesia's eco-mosques, where khutbahs cite IPCC reports as ayat Iran's quantum Quran research at Sharif University. The deep data is coming in. Religion isn't just possible, it's necessary. But only if it's Iqbal's religion, brave, elastic and hungry for the unknown. Muhammad Iqbal did not merely write a book, he ignited a cosmic rebellion. The reconstruction of religious thought in Islam is not a static text, but a living organism, its ideas mutating, adapting and challenging each generation anew. As we stand at the cliff edge of transhumanism, ecological collapse and AI consciousness, Iqbal's legacy whispers a thunderous question. Will Islam become the ark carrying humanity through the coming deluge, or another relic buried in the digital sediment of history, the ripple effect, how Iqbal's thought shook the world? The political earthquake, Pakistan's paradox. Founding vision, Jinnah called Iqbal the spiritual father of Pakistan, but the nation became everything. Iqbal warned against military dictators quoting him while banning Ijtihad, clerics weaponizing his poetry for sectarianism. Irony, the state created to actualize his Khudi now ranks 152nd in global education indices. The intellectual tsunami, global heirs Ali Shariati fused Iqbal with Marxism to spark Iran's revolution. Fazlul Rahman at Chicago birthed neo-modernism from his ideas. Tariq Ramadan's radical reform extends Iqbal's project into European Islam. Silenced revolutions. Saudi reformers like Safar al-Hawali were jailed for quoting Iqbal's critiques of clerical dogmatism. The scientific reformation. Muslim Nobels, Abdus Salam, physics, and Aziz Sankar, chemistry, embodied Iqbal's scientist as Khalifa ideal, yet were exiled by their own nations. Missed opportunities. While the West developed chaos theory and AI, madrasas still debate whether photography is haram. The unfinished wars. The battle for Islam's soul. Frontline. 1. Taliban 2.0 versus Iqbalian feminists like Malaysia's Sisters in Islam. Frontline 2. Silicon Valley Muslims building Islamic AI versus clerics banning ChatGPT. 2. The metaphysical crisis, quantum theology. If multiverse theory proves true, does qadar apply across all realities? The alien ummah. When we discover extraterrestrial life, will they have prophets? Iqbal's Cosmic Islam says yes. The demographic time bomb. Youth exodus. 63% of young Muslims doubt religion's relevance. Pew 2023. Not because of atheism, but because mosques offer 7th century answers to 21st century questions. Iqbal's solution. The Quran is a rocket, not a tomb. The 3 possible futures. The dystopia, current trajectory. Islam reduced to identity politics, fossilized in literalist codes, abandoned by youth. Symbol, empty mosques with holographic imams reciting AI-generated khutbahs. The Reformation, Iqbal's path. A global network of Iqbal labs where roboticists engineer halal AI, eco-theologians issue fatwas for carbon neutrality. Post-gender feminists reconstruct inheritance laws. Symbol, the first Muslim Nobel in AI ethics. The metaverse wildcard. Digital. Ummah in VR madrasas, blockchain zakat, NFT hadith verification. Danger. Spiritual experience replaced by dopamine hits from Islamic VR Hajj. The final test, are we worthy of Iqbal? For Muslims, will you let TikTok imams define Islam or resurrect the house of wisdom in your garage? For humanity, in 2245, will Islamic thought mean bearded men arguing about moon sightings or the civilization that solved quantum consciousness? Iqbal's last warning. You were born to converse with eternity. Stop whispering to ghosts. Epilogue. The child in Karachi, 2050. A girl stares at a hologram of Iqbal in her classroom. The AI asks, did his revolution fail? She taps her wristband, coding a new tafsir app that cross-references Quranic verses, CRISPR ethics guidelines, Mars colonization treaties. The hologram smiles. Somewhere in the cosmos, a new surah unfolds. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe.